Most people think humans tamed the dog, but that's backwards. The dog tamed itself. During the last ice age, some wild wolves came near a human campfire. They didn't run away. Nobody forced them to stay. That one choice, repeated over thousands of years, created something new. The only animal on Earth that has never lived without us. This is the real story of how that happened. Think about how strange this actually is. There are over 900 million dogs alive today. They live in freezing villages, in war zones, in small city apartments, sleeping on beds in almost every country on Earth. No other big wild animal lives this close to humans. Not one. So how did a wild hunter become our closest companion? To answer that, we have to go back. Before farming, before writing, before almost everything we call civilization. All the way back to the Ice Age. Every dog today, from a tiny Chihuahua to a huge Great Dane, comes from the gray wolf, but not from the wolves alive now. Scientists have found DNA proof of an older wolf population that no longer exists. That population died out thousands of years ago, but before it did, it left something behind. The first dogs. Somewhere between 40,000 and 15,000 years ago, during the coldest part of the Ice Age, small groups of these wolves started coming closer to human camps. And here's the surprising part. Most scientists don't think humans went out and caught wild wolf pups. They think the wolves chose to come closer. On their own. Picture an old hunting camp, somewhere in the freezing plains of Europe or Siberia. Leftover bones and food scraps pile up at the edge of camp. For a hungry wolf, that's free food, if it's brave enough to get close. Most wolves wouldn't risk it, but a few would. And those calmer wolves kept coming back. Over many generations, the wolves that could tolerate humans got more food and had more pups. This is natural selection, but not for strength or speed, for calmness. Scientists call this self-domestication. And it didn't just change behavior. Bodies changed too. Teeth got smaller, ears got floppier, tails curled, skulls slowly stopped looking like a wild predator's. Fossil evidence and early history. This isn't a guess. It's backed by real bones. The oldest confirmed dog remains come from a cave in Spain called Irala, about 17,000 years old. Its jawbone already shows smaller, more crowded teeth than a wolf's. Further east, in Russia, a 2025 study looked at more than 600 ancient wolf and dog skulls. It found clear, dog-shaped skulls appearing around 11,000 years ago, at a place called Veritia. But the most powerful proof isn't in Spain or Russia. It's in Germany, at a burial site called Bonn Oberkassel. About 14,000 years ago, someone buried a dog carefully next to two humans. Scientists studying its teeth found something amazing. This dog survived a serious illness as a puppy. Without weeks of human care, it would have died. This wasn't an animal kept alive for work. It was kept alive because someone cared about it. As dogs lived closer to humans, their bodies kept changing. Studies show dogs developed extra copies of a gene that helps digest starch. That's because they were eating human food scraps as farming spread something wolves still can't do well. But the biggest change happened in the brain. Dogs can do something even wolves raised by humans can't. Follow a pointing finger, read our expressions, and hold eye contact with us. That eye contact even releases a bonding hormone, the same one a mother releases looking at her newborn baby. Dogs aren't trained to do this. They're simply born this way. As dogs spread across the world, humans gave them new jobs. Some became hunting partners, tracking animals no human nose could find. Some became guards, sensing danger before it reached camp. And at some point, people needed a word for this animal. In Old English, that word was hund, which later became hound. But by the 1500s, a strange new word had quietly taken over: dog. And nobody actually knows where it came from. It shows up only once in old writing, describing one powerful breed, something like a modern mastiff. Language experts think it may come from an old word, dox, meaning dark-colored, maybe describing one dark, tough guard dog. Somehow, that one dog's nickname spread until it covered every dog on Earth. Even other languages borrowed it soon after French, Danish, and German versions of dog all appeared around the same time. But this old partnership has come at a cost. Years of breeding dogs just for looks have caused real health problems: flat faces that make breathing hard, backs shaped for appearance instead of function. Around the world, tens of millions of dogs don't have homes, and the wild wolves that made all of this possible are now endangered in many places, pushed out by the same human growth their descendants helped build. Today, scientists are using ancient DNA to understand this story better than ever. They're tracing exactly which wolves, from which regions, became today's dogs. Vets are working to breed healthier dogs, moving away from extreme physical traits. And the more researchers study the human-dog bond, the more they realize it isn't just useful. It's real. It's built into both species after thousands of years together. So next time your dog rests its head on your knee, remember what that really means. Before the first city. Before farming. Before writing. One wild animal looked at a human fire and chose to stay close. Nobody forced that choice. And thousands of years later, dogs are still choosing to stay. Subscribe The Species Project for more videos like this.